Did you know that the words of God says, if you know the truth shall set you free? I thought this was only about salvation, about the truth that Christ is the only Savior and there is none. But when we look closer to the words of God, it says in John 8:32, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So remember that Jesus is talking about this truth shall make you free, the freedom from the false things, not only about the Savior, but also talking about the wrong things that you've been tangling, that been indulging by yourself, and that been strongly influenced with that ideology, that you have been traumatized by that kind of things. So from that mentality illness, he want to let you go. So Jesus says that you just have to give it up, that one, and stick on me. So unless you know the truth, that you can never deny that kind of behavior, ideology, that sinful things, you cannot give it up unless you know the truth. When you know the truth, there is no another option. It goes straight forward to the directions, to the right path. There's no any hindrance. There is no any other option that you try to make any excuse. You just go straight away, stick to that, do to that. You can give it up many things. So what he's talking about is here, he talked to the people in this context in this Bible when Jesus was preaching this words of God. He's talking to the people, the religious people. So it says here in verse 33, the next verse, it say, then Jesus answered him, they answered to Jesus, we are Abraham's descendant. Did you know that? They stick on the genealogy. They stick on the traditional way of believing Christ, and have never been in the bondage to anyone. How can you say you've been made free? That's what they've been answering to Jesus Christ. So what happened is that it was the place when Jesus spoke to the public, the people especially, and in this incident, this is in the Mount of Olives, and in the morning time when he was preaching, that many scribes and Pharisees gather. Always there are there in one matter is to find what's wrong with him. Number two, his teaching is fantastic, amazing, and they were, of course, inwardly touched by the teaching. You know that even the devil believe, but they don't obey. So the the scribes and the Pharisees, they know what's happening with the truth. They like to listen to the truth, but they don't want to obey. They don't want to give it up. So Christ talking about here to this a matter of the truth to the scribes and Pharisees, as they were sticking to the old traditional way of the Moses law, and they don't want to give it up. And Jesus said to them, and you shall know the truth until you know the truth. That's meaning you shall know the truth. Shall means a commanding words. So Jesus commanding that command to the scribes and the Pharisees, that you, as long as you're sticking at the old way of pattern, the old way of tradition, the old way of your traditional belief or Christianities, or the way of your own concept of ideology, then you cannot give it up. You cannot come to me. If anyone want to come with me, then you have to give it up. Have to form means have to give it up the old life and have to follow his way. That's simple. The ideology, the philosophy, the thinking way of Christ here is very simple. You want to follow me, you want to live a holy life, you want to give up the sinful things, you want to be a different, then give up your ideology. So he talked to the scribes and the Pharisees, that you shall know the truth shall make you free. That means you be free from that kind of traditional bondage, from your own ideology. The ideology you have your own, that stuck it, you have your own boundaries that you have to give it up. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free from this. Apart from that, he talked about that you will be free from the bondage of sin. You will be free from the law of the Moses. So I'd like to tell to you guys that you may be a bondage for different kind of things, maybe psychology, mentality, or philosophy, or your church teaching, or some kind of concept you have your own way. If you want to be free, if you want to know the truth, that's not me, that's not what kind of a church, that's Christ. The truth is Christ himself is the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Did you read carefully? The truth shall make you free means the truth is Christ. Christ will make you free from the bondage of sin, the confusion, the perplextions you have in your own inner words, that you have spiritual struggling things you have. He gonna let you free. You cannot free yourself. The church cannot make you free. The pastor cannot make you free. They are just the tools way to, but the only ultimate he can do is Christ. So in everything we have to look around, we have to concept. The one thing is we have to know is that it's a personal life. Though we are a church in body, everything we deal is related to a personal life. So a man have to judge in front of God personally, individually, and have to pay your own account with what we have done and what we have to deal with that. So if you know the truth, means if you know Christ, Christ will make you free. Free from eternal condemnation, free from the law of Moses, free from the sinful things, and free from the bondage of this mentality and the traditional way of following Christianity. God will make you free from that. Believe it. Trust in Him, because He is the truth. Not me, not any other people in the world, nor the church, but He Himself alone. I hope you understand, and may this short message may be thrilling for you, and maybe also be encouraging for one another to understand the words of God. We heard about this, excuse me, for the verse a couple of times, some even from childhood. But the truth shall make you free means Christ. First, you deal with Him, then He will make you free. Unless you know Him, He's not gonna let you free. So even the cross, He paid a price for us. Remember, it is free, but someone paid the price. That is Christ. Someone shed the blood. It's not easy. So you have to be obedient under His command to follow the truth, and only then miracle things, transformation things going to happen in your life. May God bless you. Thank you.